Afternoon everyone, just thought I'd come at you with a quick video. I'll probably do another one later tonight if we don't quite cover everything that I kind of thought about. But yeah, so share split yesterday guys. I think we're dealing with a wee bit of an aftermath, a wee bit of a hangover from the initial excitement. You know, it feels like a bit of an adrenaline dump last night, just how quickly the market shifted around and a few bits and pieces that we'll get to in this video today guys. Okay, so like I said, if you could drop comments in, we'd have a wee chat about everything and just see what you are thinking about with the share split itself. Okay, so we've got a few comments here from the Leicester 97. Just talk about some specific players, which is always good. You know, he's mentioning here guys like Daniel James, Alex Telles, Raul Jimenez, and I think there was another one, yeah, Seb Haller, and just the likelihood of them making different moves now that they're going to become cheaper, and with the fixtures that they've got ahead of them, and you know, potential transfer moves and everything. And it's always good to see interactions like this guys where we're discussing individuals, and it's something we can actually look at in the marketplace as, you know, as a reference point before and after news, before and after the split as it happens, and then and the aftermath from there. Okay, lovely little synopsis here from Peter Graham. It was the first comment that came in. It's basically what happened. Guys like Greenwood and, you know, Tatif Chong and these guys have all taken a bit of a dump the last 24 hours, and then your guys like Van Dijk and Ronaldo and Hazard and Sterling have all had a nice little rise. Okay, Shea Adams has been up loads. Okay, cool. Somebody actually commented on Twitter saying that they got Shea Adams when they first opened their account. I don't know if this is the same guy, but well done to you. Okay, so I've had a comment about this before. Okay, it may have actually been you, Peter Graham, about this index gain. Okay, now I've went on it, maybe I've made an account, I've been on it 2 or 3 times. I've just used the free version. There's some interesting properties about it. Also noticed one of our YouTubers, Football Index Guide, discussed index gain recently, so I don't want to do anything immediately off the back of someone else doing it. It feels a wee bit repetitive for you guys probably, you know. But again, Peter, I think you gave me a request to talk about this after we did one of the Tools of the Trader videos, and that would have been about 6 weeks ago or something. So I've not got to it yet because I've not really delved into it in a great deal of detail. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's okay, you know, to be honest with you. I've not head over heels in love with it. The Slack community, I might give that a look as well. Rob Discreet, you're sitting on somebody for the full term. Okay, cool. Vinny Patel, Tierney, Richardson and Grealish are all going to be flying. Okay, cool. Christmas. Love it. And then John McCardo, we're talking about time to buy, and I'll chat about that in a little second. Not loving it as much as I'm new to it. Yeah, so this is probably one of my favourite comments that came in, because this is really the core audience, Jamie Langston here, of why the index is split, the shares. Okay, they're looking to attract new users, people like me and you that don't have 30 grand in their account, or 100 grand or 10 grand, like a lot of the big players that you see on Twitter and on different communities and whatever as well. It's to attract the average man like me and you, who are quite happy to put in 50 quid, 100 quid, you know. Also my portfolio's up at about £1,000 now. That's after a year of depositing, by the way. That's not me just opening an account like that on day one and putting 30 grand in it or whatever, you know. I don't have money to do that, you know. And he's talking about John McGinn as well, and yeah, John McGinn, if Villa don't get promoted, I can see him going to Leicester quite easily, as well as a few other Premier League clubs, you know. But what he's saying here, Jamie Langston, is he had a good handle on what prices are, what was valuable, what was a good price for someone, what wasn't. And now, guys, you know, everything's been turned upside down in that respect. So, Jamie, I feel your pain with that, and it is something we're going to talk about later on in the video. Billy Gilmore, when will he break into the Chelsea team? Now, unlike Billy Gilmore, you've probably watched the video where I was saying about I wish I picked him up at IPO, but I've been tracking him. He's on he's at 184 or something now. Chelsea do not have a track record of breaking youngsters into the youth setup. If Hudson-Odoi is struggling as much as he is to get in England, into the Chelsea team, then I would not be putting any prediction on when Billy Gilmore could do that, if he does that. You know, I'll give you a great example. Chelsea, within the last week, have cancelled a contract for a boy called Islam Feruz, okay? Billy Gilmore came from Rangers at 15-16 to Chelsea. Islam Feruz went to Chelsea at 15, 16 from Celtic, and he got like a 7 or 8 year contract, or he got a massive contract anyway, and that's it, just been terminated, and he's not kicked a ball. He's been on loan at every club registered with UEFA, and he's not really done too well. So Chelsea, just because they signed someone really exciting at 15, 16, doesn't mean really anything. You know, we all know what Chelsea are like. You know, there's some replies here. I don't know if was it me or was it. Have you seen his playing position in FI? Oh, he's gonna have also made a mess of his date of birth. I've never seen these comments. They're really good, guys. Magic. Okay, so I was hoping for a few more in our, you know, and I say Leicester here has done really well, giving us a lot of great content and some actual players to keep an eye on. Haller versus Jovic and all that type of thing as well. But I was expecting a lot more. We've had some great views on the video, you know, 183 as of now, which is nice. But the main thing, guys, I want to say in the aftermath of I'll show you the portfolio in a second, guys, but in the immediate aftermath of the news, we've also got some key risers, okay, and all of them are high potential for dividends on match days. You know, they're not really media magnets as much, especially when you look at this list here. Guerrero, who we've spoke about before for exploiting defenders, you can see why he's taken a massive rise. Kramaric, we're also a fan of. Varane, he was just too low anyway, so that's him just been readdressed in my eyes. Trapp, obviously we all know about Frankfurt's position. Kepa, a few other guys as well. Goalkeepers have done pretty well out of this. The decrease list is really, you know, the decrease list and the squad players list, historically, this will change over time. It's just people who are getting rat catching, as we call it. You know, they're grabbing somebody at 50 pence, shooting them up to £1 and dumping them. Like Shaquille Moore is a great example if you don't know what I'm talking about. It was hovering at 36 pence, and for no real reason that I'm aware of, certainly, he's went from, it was probably 35 pence, 33 pence. He's went from there all the way up to 66, 77 pence, and then people have also just dumped him, and you know, somebody's been landed with him, unfortunately, at that higher price, and unlucky to you. So that's normally what you find in the decreasing list in the squad player section. Okay, so some of these you wouldn't pay too much attention to, but there's a lot of ones here, like Javier Amiachi. So these kind of younger players, we said it in the video last night, like the Mason Greenwoods, the Rodrigos, the Vinicius Juniors, when they're not actually playing, they're not going to be as valuable as quickly as they once were on the index. Wow, Nelson Semedo, £1. So you'll expect to see that trend continue. Okay, now for the guys who have decreased on the big list, right? Sancho, Greenwood, Felix, Brewster, Vinicius, Chong, Ferran Torres, Tonali, especially. There is a little bit of stock of Champions League football, I suppose. They're all exciting youngsters who are not really great for winning dividends. Leao has done really well this season overall, so I'm not going to say he's not good for dividends. I just think he was overvalued, and we'll wait for him to bounce back. I'm holding on to him, so I believe in the boy. Portuguese players, especially all this stuff around Lisbon, how he ended up at Lille. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it, you'll find out. There's no point in me explaining, it's not what the video is about today. But see the rest of these people who have decreased. Martial, Dembele, Mbappe, if you want to say Mbappe, Higuain, Bergwijn, Isco, Lukaku, these types of guys, people have dumped them because they've seen all the increasing and they've wanted to move their money elsewhere into something else, guys. So there's a lot of bargains to be had now, because everyone, let's go 2 sets back, right? When the announcement get made of the announcement, what a lot of people started doing, and it's not myself, because you've seen my portfolio, you've seen my balance at the top right of all the videos I do, they started putting together a stockpile of loose cash, so that when the news comes, they've then strategized, oh, if the defenders it becomes more beneficial, then I'll buy some defenders off. If it's good for media, then I'll do this. And if it's good for squad players, I'll do this. You know, so then as soon as that news hits, as soon as the market opened at 7:30, boom, there was massive cash sums ready and able to be moved about the market, okay? And then there was other people who didn't have those cash sums available, who have had to quick sell or just market sell and whatever. And that's why you see these guys taking a bit of a hit so quickly. Not to say that they shouldn't be taking a hit, because there's obviously, the market's readjusted now, so there is some reasoning behind that, okay? But it's just why they've dumped so quickly, so hard, you know? It's because people don't want to miss the boat. It's a human nature thing when you see all the money flowing about. And let's dive, I should have had this prepared, sorry. But if we look at the footy today, I've seen it earlier on, it's up 2,000 points today. Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to see it. Yesterday we did the pre-video, like, oh, it's Christmas. It was at 64,000. So really in the last actual 24 hours, it's went up 6,000 points. It's went up 10% as a marketplace within 24 hours. It's mind-blowing, okay? And like I've said to you before, guys, when there's big market shifts like this, it's the guys at the top end that always... Oh, sugar, sorry. Oh, sugar. That always feel the benefit of it. You look at the guys at the highest price, you know, the top three there are looking after themselves pretty well. And then the ones who are decreasing, they've just not been as great for dividends. Look, Salah's not had... Everyone's saying Salah's not had a good year. He's still scoring and everything, but Salah last year was a different animal to what he's doing this year, you know. But the point I'm kind of hammering in at, guys, is because all the focus and all the attention has went to who does the market definitely going to benefit after the split now with the extra PB bonuses and etc, 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 all the information you're aware of. People have taken those ones who are middle of the road, maybe a wee bit more of a chance or a wee bit of a longer hold, and they've been getting dumped on, you know. Just because he's flashed red as we've been speaking, Timo Werner. Did he have much going on 24 hours? Nah, he's not really changed too much. So, but again, if you were looking at Werner, his price was fairly, up until recently, they were still knocked out of Europa League. At this point, when he was £5.50, that's not new that they're out the Europa League. They've been out the Europa League since before Christmas. He was at £5.50, and then slowly people have been taking their money out of somebody like Werner and moving it somewhere else, you know. So there's a lot of bargains to be had now, guys, if you're looking in the right place, depending on what ticks the boxes for you. Are you after a goal machine? Are you after a media machine? Are you after someone who's playing in all competitions now? Are you after someone who is going to be big in the summer? Because part of the announcement as well is that media is going to get some special attention in the summer. And a lot of guys are hypothesising it might be something to do with perhaps transfer links or something like this, you know. So it's important that you try and have because we're really in the unknown with a lot of things, guys, your portfolio more than ever has to be diverse, you know. And it's why I've been resisting the urge for myself to really downsize the portfolio into 4 or 5 positions. So I'll show you what we're sitting on now, okay. Now, the football index has not been working great for me in the last day or so, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is what we've got now. I did some buys and some sells. You can check my videos out and you'll be able to see. Oh, is that him finally caught up, Kramaric? He was showing us there as 198 for ages, but he was 199. Glad to see it's finally caught up. Oh, same as Sanguer, it's finally caught up. Sorry guys, so the technical glitches have kind of went away now, but you can see we've moved some money around. Okay, so we've topped up on Sanguer. We've bought some Fraser. I put a tweet out about it. I'm just really happy to get some Fraser. Gutted I never bought him when I was kind of promoting him to you guys and highlighting him to you when he was about the 167 level, or 163 might have been, or whatever, 164. But I'm still happy to get my hands on him because I've got a lot of faith in him going forward. And we've picked up David Silva. David Silva is crucial to Man City, and he's really cheap. Much cheaper than De Bruyne. Much cheaper than Silva, much cheaper than Sané, much cheaper than Aguero, and he's, with the exception of maybe Aguero with the goals he scores, and Sterling with the media presence he has, doesn't really offer you anything that these guys don't. It's going to be playing. Silva's one of these guys that doesn't get rotated out the squad very often, if ever, you know. So, and I'm pretty sure he's retired from internationals, so he's got this period off, you know. So anyway, I digress. But this is how the portfolio's sitting now, guys. As I said to you, knee-jerk reactions are going to kill you. I bought 10 Eriksen before the news at I don't know, 460 something. I sold 10 and I thought, oh, bugger it, I'll just sell another 5 and release some money, because Eriksen, I'm happy to hold him, as you guys know, but I've just been holding him for too long that I want that money to be working for me a little bit harder elsewhere. So some of that money's went into Sanguer and Jovanovic and a few others, you know. Guys like Jovanovic, guys, if you don't know anything about him, we've spoken about him in the past. We did a wee test on him, it didn't really work out. But if you want to know anything about this guy, you can go and find it on whoscored.com. You'll see exactly why we've bought him. But see, having players that are mega cheap now, like 55 pence pre-split, they could be ones who really make you a lot of money post-split. So that's why you'll see guys like Falcao's went up. We love Falcao on this channel, as you probably know. He's hit the pound mark, you know, just off the news. So these guys, there's a lot of bargains to be had. You need to really, honestly guys, I said it the other day, you really need, this needs a good month attention off you now, okay? You really need to be tuned right into Football Index, see how the market behaves, see what's popular. see what other people aren't seeing, buy a few of them, make it, or you don't need to buy a few of them, you can just track them, you know. But the next month is going to be really crucial to how the rest of the market is going to pan out for the remainder of the season. I know we've not really got much longer than a month in the season, but the sharp end of the season, Champions League final, Europa League final, the semi-finals of both, and the sharp end of all the leagues is league titles are getting fought for, relegations getting fought against. You need to have as good an understanding as you possibly can of how the market is going to behave and how you can profit from that, okay? And unfortunately, guys, there's no real answers I can give you right now. We're all in the wilderness with this. Is whose comment was it? Was it Mr. Lancaster? Where are you, sir? Where are you? Yeah, Jamie Langston, I beg your pardon. We all feel the exact same, guys, and that's why I was really hammering home before the split. This is a real community thing that I want on the channel. I want us interacting with each other, sharing ideas and best practice, you know, because at the end of the day, Football Index is a game, and it's a game of you versus the crowd. And like I say on this channel all the time, you need to see the crowd coming, okay? And you against Football Index, okay? Keeping your commission bracket. When you go into your transactions, guys, will be best on this here. Sorry guys, Football Index is, yeah, so £98 commission, a £96 commission I've given them since, you know, the middle of December, you know. So the lower you can keep your commission, the better that it is for you, your pocket. Because when you look at all your trades, and I've did videos like this in the past, guys. I did some housekeeping on the channel recently. This video's went on too long, guys, I'm really sorry, but I did some housekeeping on the channel, broke things into playlists for you, so you can go back and see what we're talking about. But when you really look at your trades, I'd probably say for most people who are new in their first year, because I've just finished my first year, about half of the losses that you can or will make will be on commission. Not even the spread, forget the spread, the 2% commission. And on this channel, it's something we talk about all the time. That's the first hurdle you've got to go over, guys, okay? So I'm going to cut this video short now, guys. I'll listen to it back after I post it. And if there's anything I've not touched on that I wanted to, I'll do another video later tonight, okay? But on this video, guys, again, I'm happy to keep this kind of theme going in between topics. If I do a topical video, then that's what it'll be about. But while we're kind of getting our head around what's just happened, what's going to happen, your comments, your interactions are going to be so important to me and to everyone else who watches the videos, guys, okay? If you've liked, please drop a like. If you find me on Twitter, retweet, subscribe, guys, all the stuff you hear me saying all the time. Take care, stay out of trouble, catch you in the next one. Bye bye.